Hello YouTube, happy Friday. This is Necrostevo and you're watching one of my narrated Wi-Fi battle videos. The series of matches that I'm going to bring you the next maybe 2 weeks is from the 2013 Winter Friendly. For those of you who aren't aware, it was a tournament ran by Nintendo, much like the International Challenge, that set of videos that I had. And of course there's another international challenge going on this weekend, which is why I thought it was a good time to go ahead and upload this battle video. But anyways though, the rules for that, very simple. You can use any Pokemon you want except for Chatot, likely just because of the ability that it has where if you can say curse words or whatever, and as the chatter ability goes off. Anyways though, I had a lot of fun with that tournament. I ended up placing number 302 overall, which is not bad. It's in like the top 5 or 10%. And I didn't even get a chance to battle as much as I really wanted to because I had to go out of town that weekend. But I ended up going like 16-3, so not a bad record at all. But anyways, so let's just go ahead and get started with this match. I'll explain my sets as I go along, and hopefully you guys will find these rotation battles, which are basically Uber's rotational battles, interesting. Now, the thing about Uber's rotation, being able to use whatever you want kind of just breeds a lot of creativity, but it is Uber's, so I kind of expected a lot of things just like Mewtwo and Rain teams and things like that. You guys saw my team preview in the beginning. Zekrom is just a Choice Scarf. Zekrom is designed basically to be a Kyogre killer. Kyogre was basically the #1 Pokemon I ran into, maybe Mewtwo being a close second. He starts off with Sableye, and I figured he might fake out or burn me, and I really didn't want my Zekrom burned, so I go over to Arceus. Arceus is there for that people who don't normally face it. They'll think it's a normal Arceus. This is actually a Zap Plate one. With Calm Mind, Thunderbolt, Spatial Rend, and Recover. And that allows it to get basically the same excellent coverage that Zekrom has, but it also allows it to wall a lot of things like Mewtwo after a couple of Calm Minds, and still hit things like Palkia with the Spatial Rend ability. I was expecting him to rotate into Deoxys to hit me right here, and I called that correctly just because I figured he would switch and use a physical attack, and he didn't want me setting up, obviously. And so I go back to Zekrom just to hit him really, really hard with a Bolt Strike. I got reasonably lucky with Bolt Strikes throughout the entire tournament. I don't think I missed any. And I got a couple of paralyses, even though most of the time the paralysis didn't matter. You guys also see that I have a Deoxys attack of my own, which is just kind of there to help me get rid of Garantina. Garantina is extremely annoying to go against, but you guys will see its utility later. It's just kind of a mixed all-out attacker. He set up the Gravity last turn, so I wasn't really sure what to expect, but here he shows me Zap Cannon, which of course Zap Cannon, if it hits, will always paralyze, and with the Gravity it has a very good chance of hitting. I didn't really know what he would do, although I figured if he's just going to sit in here and set up and use Zap Cannon like that, going to Arceus to either Calm Mind or just hit him with the Thunderbolt would be a good idea. I ended up using Thunderbolt over Judgment just because Thunderbolt has more PP, and also it has a paralysis chance, and when I damage calc some things, the power difference, the 5 base power difference, didn't end up mattering a lot for the majority of them after one Calm Mind boost. I did end up surviving that Side Strike from Mewtwo, which I was actually pretty surprised at. Arceus is extremely bulky. It was a pain in the butt to get a hold of a legit one that had the special moves. I think it normally comes with all the signature moves of the Time Space Trio. But all I really needed was the Spatial Rend, because of course I wouldn't want to use Roar Time because you'd have to take one turn to recharge, and then I don't need Shadow Force because then that's pretty predictable as well. I did know that Palkia probably was just going to need to hit something on my team really hard, and while I didn't want my Arceus to die, at the same time having a paralyzed Choice Scarf Zekrom isn't very useful, so I just went to it in case he went for something weird like a water attack. I don't know why he would do that. And he actually has the White Herb, which is good. It tells me that he's not Scarfed, and my last Pokemon here is Groudon. Even in the Winter Friendly, you only get 4 Pokemon out of your 6. So, that's pretty useful. My Deoxys attack form is actually holding a Psycho Gem, just so that a Psycho Gem with the Psychic Gem, a Psycho Boost with the Psychic Gem, is basically going to obliterate whatever it hits for the most part, unless you miss, and you can't do anything about that anyways. And here he surprised me with Blizzard. He probably went for Blizzard just in case I went to Arceus. I don't actually know why he went for Blizzard. It would have been... Oh yeah, because the sun was up, obviously. But now that the gravity is normal, I can now mount my counter attack here. I'm just going to go for a Shadow Ball. I was actually expecting him to go to Deoxys, or maybe even Sableye, and that Shadow Ball doesn't really do anything, which kind of sucks. I really should have just gone for the Psycho Gem, the Psycho Boost. Even if Sableye came in, I don't think he really could have touched me outside of maybe some status. Even as frail as Deoxys attack is, I don't know what Sableye can do to it. So now I'm down to my last Pokemon. I figure he might just go to Sableye and set up the gravity. He actually goes to Sableye and uses Leer, which tells me that he doesn't have any attacking moves on Sableye. And Arceus naturally outspeeds Palkia, obviously. And since he had the White Herb, I don't think that he has anything on it that he can outspeed and kill me with. So that means I get to recover up. His Deoxys is paralyzed, so that's not a reliable way really for him to deal with me at this time. He keeps going for Leer, and this makes me realize, oh, he's going to try to go for the extreme speed in a couple of turns. Gotcha. I gotcha. And also he might even have something weird like Dragon Claw with Palkia. So it's interesting how he has Leer. It's kind of how I run things like Flash or Charm in the VGC. Just because with things with Prankster, that can be pretty useful. Now here we do get to see him go for the extreme speed. I'm at -2 defense, barely over half HP. I'm hoping I can live. I know I'm bulky, I'm modest, with a reasonable... I have just enough special... I have max special attack, and I have just enough speed to outspeed base 90 Pokemon in Ubers. That's how much speed I run, I think. I think it's literally one more speed point than what I need to run. And then with that, I'm able to live and then go for the special run on the Palkia, which is going to take out Palkia, obviously, because of the weakness. And I still have +1 from the Calm Mind earlier in the match. But that was a great match. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I have 2 more matches from this series, and I'm interested to know if any of you guys are participating in the International Challenge this weekend. If you are, I'd be interested to know your win-loss record. So far, I have like a 1470 rating. I've had 5 disconnects, 5 losses, and 3 wins so far. And most of the time that I got disconnected against, obviously, were those that I was going to win. So I don't know why there have been so many people disconnecting as opposed to last time. But you know, you deal with it and hope that you can grab some good matches out of there. So of course I'll be grabbing some matches from that and doing another team analysis breakdown of that VGC team in the future. So you guys have a great weekend. Let me know how you're doing on the ICL challenge, and I will talk to you all later. Bye now.